Alright guys, we have two things that we're going to learn about in our video this week. We're going to talk about the least common multiple, or the LCM, and the greatest common factor, or the GCF. So if you remember back from the beginning of the year, we talked about factors and multiples. A multiple is a number you say when you skip count, and a factor is a number that will multiply to equal a product. So, we're going to talk about the LCM first. And you'll see I've drawn a big M. We use M for multiples because it helps us remember while we're doing it what we're looking for. So we're going to skip count by these two numbers. We're going to find the LCM of 4 and 6. So I'm going to go down the row. I'm going to list my multiples of 4. So I've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And then I'm going to list my multiples of 6. I have 6, 12, 18, 24, and I'm going to stop there because I already have a number that's the same. You only want to do a few numbers at a time for each column. That way you don't end up having to list hundreds of multiples for one, and it's once you do 3 on the other one, you found your multiple. So I've got 12 in both columns, and that's my lowest common multiple. So then I'm going to come over here, and now we're going to talk about the greatest common factor. So I've got 24 and 18 listed here as my two numbers to find factors for. So I'm going to start listing factors. So I'm going to start with 1 on 24 because, remember, 1 is always a factor. And then I've got 24. I'm going to try and fill in the middle, that way I know I'm going in order. So 1 and then 2 and 12. 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Okay, so now I'm going to look at 18, and I've got 1 and 18, I've got 2 and 9, 3 and 6, and then 4 or 5 do not fit into 18. So I've got quite a few here that are the same. So I'm going to circle all the ones I have that are the same, 1, 2, 3, and 6. But now I'm looking for the greatest common factor. That means the biggest number. So the biggest number that they have in common is 6. Okay? So my least common multiple of 4 and 6 was 12, and my greatest common factor of 18 and 24 was 6. Okay, so go ahead and fill out your sheet, and I will collect those from you tomorrow morning.